So here are the 5 most common scenarios that players and coaches in the lock left need to refine and improve. Each one of these verbal cues that can be given as reminders from the coach, reminders from players, reminders from the bench, have a corresponding physical outcome. And these are the 5 physical outcomes that I coach in order, both when installing and improving the lock left. So I'll give you all 5 words right now, and then we'll go through what they mean and what physical correspondence and physical thing that we're training would be. Sit, wall, gap, snipe, and fly. Sit, wall, gap, snipe, and fly. So first and foremost, our bench, players on the floor will say sit, sit, sit. And sit should trigger a reminder for our on-ball defender to sit in a stance, nose to right hand. Sit in a stance and on the right hand. Do not allow a right hand dribble. Do not allow a right hand attack. Most players, especially coming from like a defensive zigzag training experience or trying to keep the player from a rim experience, they're constantly jumping out of their stance and moving from side to side. And so instead of getting up out of a stance, getting up to like try to steal the ball, chasing the ball, we just want to sit on the right hand. And that really, I think, has improved our team especially. They've really bought into that, and they'll just be screaming it from the bench, which is pretty fun. Okay, we'll stay really high level on this stuff. Wall. Wall is what in common vernacular would be the low man. It's going to be your lowest help defender, usually in the smile. It's the most important help position. And as we want to take away all 3s in the lock left, and we want to take away all 9s in the lock left open layups, that low man is going to be the one that's primarily responsible for building a wall between the ball and the rim. So wall triggers our low man to move over heavier into help and into the smile. That's what wall is. And that's probably the second most important thing that we're reminding as a coaching staff, and a player would then say, I got wall, instead of saying help. So it's a little bit different. The third step would be gap. And gap is going to be traditional gap, but only gap towards jail. It's going to be 1 pass away to the left of the offensive player or towards jail. And their job in gap is to give a visual discouragement and visual help, but not physical help. In the gap, we don't want them actually stopping drives. We want them visually discouraging drives, and when the ball's dribbled, we want them to skirmish and then go hunt the pass so that we don't give up off the catch 3s. Snipe. Snipe is what we'd be doing 1 pass away to the right of the ball or away from jail. And snipe, the goal is to snipe or steal any pass right. It's different than deny. Deny is we want to discourage a pass. Snipe is we want to steal a pass. So we're giving some glimmer of hope. We're chest to ball. We're a little bit below the line on snipe. But more importantly than keeping that pass from being made is we want to set ourselves up for opportunities to steal it with no repercussions if you gamble and get beat. We encourage that. We want to steal that pass with the outside hand with our thumb up instead of with a traditional deny inside hand with the thumb down. Last, fly. Fly is the verbal cue that we would give to players, or players would give to each other on any click pass, 2-out pass, dominoes catch. We want the on-ball defender to fly at the catch to give them only 1 option. We want to make every catch a dribble. So we fly at the right side of the body to make that a dribble left. We do not allow an off the catch 3. We don't allow them to hold the basketball. Fly, fly, fly. It would be like our scramble sort of scenarios. We want to fly at every catch. It doesn't matter if it's your player or not. If you're the nearest player to the catch, you're flying at it. And that's how we combat dominoes when the offense has the advantage. That's kind of the check down order that I would use. I would introduce all these things at once, like get good at sitting, get good at getting on the wall, get good at the gap, then get good at the snipe. Because once you're good at the wall and the gap, there's gonna be a lot more passes made to the right. So get good at sniping. And then once we can get good at those things, let's get a little bit better when we're in defensive disadvantaged dominoes.